फिर जलसाए सालाना के सामान के दिन हैं, अल्लाह से कुछ वादो पैमान के दिन हैं, फिर जलसाए सालाना के सामान के दिन हैं.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, and welcome to a special edition of MTA World News here from the 7th Chief Sportsplex, which is in Calgary, Alberta, located in Canada, the site of Jalsa Salana Western Canada 2019. The Jalsa Salana here in Western Canada has been arranged and organized at various sites over the past several years, and one of the highlights of this exclusive report is that we'll be showing you a hockey rink that has been transformed into the site of Jalsa Gah. But prior to showing you that, let's learn about some of the attendees of the Jalsa Salana here in Western Canada. We're going to make our way inside, and we'll see you shortly.
बहार आई है दिल वक्फे यार कर देखो, खिरद को नजरे जुनूने बहार कर देखो, बहार आई है दिल वक्फे यार.
Always an amazing and unique experience because you meet different people and you get to know different cultures.
Well, it's a nice time to come and meet people from different Jamas to renew our faith.
Each year there are new topics that are shared and new guidance from our elders, and it is really a spiritually uplifting experience.
That is basically one of the main reasons why we come here, to bond, to meet different brothers from different Jamas.
हम किनार कर देखो, बहार आई है दिल वक्फे यार कर देखो, खिरद को नजरे जुनूने बहार कर देखो.
I came many times. There is a big unity and there is a big example of the brotherhood.
जुनूने बहार कर देखो, बहार आई है दिल वक्फे यार कर देखो, खिरद को नजरे जुनूने बहार.
So as we've seen, many people from across Western Canada travel each and every single year to the various sites of Jalsa Salana Western Canada. Viewers, I'm joined now by our respected National Amir Jamaat Ahmadiyya Canada, respected Malik La Khan Sahib, respected Amir Sahib. Firstly, Jazakallah for your time. If you could explain for the benefit of our viewers that we just had our Jalsa Salana, our main Jalsa, just about a month ago, and now we are congregating once again in Western Canada. So what is the need to congregate in Western Canada?
Yes, we held our Jalsa Salana Canada, our national Jalsa Salana, on the first weekend of July. And Canada is a vast country. Even if we try and urge members of the Jamaat to participate in the national Jalsa, not all are able to travel such long distances to join us in Toronto. Therefore, a need was felt that in Western Canada, for the benefit of members in Western Canada, we should have an opportunity of assembling and having a Jalsa Salana of their own. Therefore, for quite some time, we are having the National Jalsa Salana as well as a smaller scale Jalsa Salana in Western Canada.
Absolutely. So Amir Sahib, what is the theme for this year's Jalsa Salana being organized in Canada, and what was the wisdom behind selecting that theme?
The theme for this year's Jalsa Salana was that all peace lies in following the Imam of the age, and that the problems the humanity is facing today and the dangers to safety of humankind which we are seeing lurking on the horizon, the solution of these problems is that we recognize the Imam of the age, the reformer awaited by followers of all religions, and follow him. And his following is following the teaching of Islam. Islam offers solutions to all the problems humanity is facing today, particularly the problem of lack of peace. Our Imam, Hazrat Mirza Masroor Ahmad, may Allah be his helper, has been urging the world leaders and the people at large that our only hope today for maintaining peace at international, national, and personal level is that we follow the teaching of Islam.
Jazakallah for that insight, respected Mir Sahib, and Jazakallah for your time today.
Thank you.
Viewers, we will now be taking a look at some of the highlights of Jalsa Salana Western Canada 2019. We're actually going to make our way upstairs to get a better view of the Jalsaga. We'll be back in a moment.
اسمعوا صوت السماء جاء المسيح جاء المسيح اسمعوا صوت السماء جاء المسيح جاء المسيح.
Canada and Europe is a very different place. However, Jalsa Salana, there's a sense of familiarity, there's a sense of brotherhood, and a sense of spirituality, and a sense of calmness you feel.
Ye brethren, ye hearken to the voice of heaven about Messiah. Ye brethren, ye hearken to the voice of heaven about Messiah. Ye brethren, ye hearken to.
Blessings of new beauty and serving the guests of the side, you can't compare. So, Alhamdulillah, it's been very fruitful so far.
About Messiah, that he has come, he has come, he has come, he has come, he has come.
I think it's really important that we come together in fellowship, and that we take each other by the hand as a brother and sister, and understand and realize that, you know, there's only one Creator. We all pray to the same Creator, and the thing is that we have to learn to respect one another.
Beautiful scenes of unity and brotherhood as we've just seen here at the Jalsa Salana Western Canada. Viewers, I'm now joined by the Afsar Jalsaga and Afsar Jalsa Salana, Malik Ajimang Sahib and Daud Sobi Sahib, who can shed more light on some of the arrangements made for this year's Jalsa Salana. Malik Ajimang Sahib, Afsar Jalsaga, Jazakallah for your time today.
You're welcome.
So firstly, you know, we've chosen a new venue, a new site for this year's Jalsa Salana Western Canada, and right behind us, you could see that a hockey rink has been transformed into the Jalsaga, and you know, it can't get more Canadian than this.
That's right.
So can you please explain what are some of the preparations that are required to achieve something like this?
Yeah, you know, the ice hockey rink is not meant for convention center, so to be able to hold a convention here, we have a sheet covering the ice to keep the cold and then the surface warm. So the rink has fewer entrances and exit points. Now, to be able to accommodate large number of crowd, we have to divide the audience into two, some sitting in the audience section and some sitting on the ice. By that way, we can use the facility effectively. Now, the other thing that we have also done, even hosting our backdrop is also a challenge because we have high ceilings in here. So we have used 3 pieces of ladder holding the backdrop together so that the event can hold successfully. The last other challenge that we have is also the sheet that we are using to cover the ice. Because of that, the cables and wires running around is hard to tape. So you will see some other areas, we have different carpets just to cover the place to make sure that the audience and then the attendees of the Jalsa feels comfortable and safe.
That's great, Jazakallah. And I'm sure that, you know, the attendees are enjoying the atmosphere because it is a hockey rink.
Absolutely.
Daud Sobi Sahib, Afsar Jalsa Salana, if you can please explain, outside of the immediate Jalsaga area, what are some of the arrangements that have been made for the guests of Hazrat Masih Maud alayhi salatu wasalam?
Jazakallah, Amr Sahib. By the grace of Allah, this is the 37th Jalsa Salana Western Canada we are holding. And I have 36 departments which I'm handling. All the departments are very important regarding Jalsa, but most important is accommodations and hospitality of Hazrat Masih Maud alayhi salam, the guests. So this moment, almost we did it this year 4,000 guests, which we are serving. And we have put the big marquee. I don't know if you see it. Big marquee. There's there the Langar Khana, and this side behind the Jalsa Gah, we have arena where is set up that's serving food.
That's brilliant. Jazakallah for your time, Afsar Jalsa and Afsar Jalsa Sana. Viewers, one of the significant aspects of Jalsa Sana in Western Canada are the Aboriginals and the First Nations who have been attending for several years. So let's take a look at some of their reflections on the Jalsa Sana itself and their relationship with Jamaat Ahmadiyya.
The fact that this is the first time that's being held on reserve, I think that's a great testament to the relationship that the Ahmadiyya community has developed with the local leadership here, specifically with the Tsuut'ina First Nation and Chief Crowchild in particular.
One of the things that pleases me more than anything I've heard today is the willingness and a desire of your leadership through you to reach out to the First Nations communities. We, in the spirit of reconciliation. And the more I learn about Islam, the more I learn about your faith, the more I'm convinced that you stand on the very foundational tenets of reconciliation, which is love and brotherhood.
This hospitality, and I see some people walking around giving out water, the little children sitting down, really listening, really organized. Everyone is cared for. I walked in here this morning and already a couple of people, 3 or 4 people come up and offer me food. It is very healing for me.
I've worked with and talked with many Muslim brothers for the last few years. And I, along with my mentor, saw the importance of carrying on this dialogue because the future demands that of us. I extend to you a hand of friendship to continue this journey with us.
Very inspiring to see. You know, a fun fact about Jalsa Sana Western Canada is that the site of this year's Jalsa is actually on a reserve owned by the First Nations. So it's really nice to see the strong bond that the Jamaat has with the First Nations of Canada. Viewers, I'm joined now by Maulana Asif Arif Sahib, who is a missionary of Jamaat Ahmadiyya currently serving in Calgary, Alberta. He's also the Nazim program of this year's Jalsa Sana Western Canada. Rabbi Sahib, firstly, Jazakallah for your time. If you could explain, for the benefit of our viewers, what are some of the speech topics at this year's Jalsa, and what was the wisdom behind selecting those speech topics?
Jazakallah, Rabbi Sahib. The speech topics that we have lined up for this year's Jalsa program, some of them are, cultivating divine attributes in our life, obedience to Khilafat, blessings of spending in the way of Allah, and having a personal relationship with God through prayers. When we suggest these topics or we think of these topics, we are thinking of the youth and the various different problems that they're going through. And especially in today's materialistic society, where there's a disconnect with God and more of a going towards the worldly aspects of things. That's why we bring in those types of topics so that the youth can be catered to and can be brought to that focal point, which is God.
That's wonderful. And I guess the most important question of the day is, how are the attendees of the Jalsa Sana this year being attached to or reminded about Khilafat Ahmadiyya?
Khilafat, as you know, is the focal point of our lives. And without discussing Khilafat, it's such an important topic. You cannot have a Jalsa, a successful Jalsa. And so we have speeches, catering to the topic of Khilafat and how important it is in, uniting the Jamaat under one leader. Speeches such as obedience to Khilafat and how Khilafat is a driving force in converting fear into peace.
Absolutely. Jazakallah for that insight, Rabbi Sahib. So viewers, that brings us to the end of our time today. We hope you enjoyed this special exclusive MTA World News report. Until next time, from Jalsa Sana, Western Canada, we bid you farewell. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.